YouTube, what's going on? Andrew Darling here. Guys, I wanted to give you the top 5 things to consider when you're planning on transferring. So this is just going to be sort of general advice in an order that I think is important. That's why I put it in this order. They're not just some random order. All of them are going to be different factors for each person, but here we go. So number 1, know your school. So if you're thinking about transferring, you have to know where you are on the totem pole of law schools. I know that doesn't sound fair, I know it doesn't sound right, but that's accurate. So obviously you want to always transfer up. So if something happens in your personal life where you have to transfer to a school that is ranked below your current school, I mean, listen, there are always exceptions to the rule. The general rule is know your school, know where your school is ranked, and then know you want to be above that when you transfer. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, know your grades and your class rank. Know where that puts you, not just amongst yourself, but how it makes you a qualified or doesn't let you be a qualified transfer student. There are opportunities. If you're in the top 20% of your class, generally you'll have a chance to go somewhere else if you want. It really depends on what's convenient for you, what's important to you, and what it is you're looking to get out of law school. So obviously, number 2, again, know your grades, know your rank. Number 3, opportunities. So what do the other schools provide that your current law school does not provide? So, for example, this could be their location, this could be where they are as far as where you want to practice one day, this could be their rank, okay? And as much as those of us that got into lower tiered law schools initially, like myself, one of the things that we try to fight about, we try to say it doesn't matter, listen, it does, okay? School rank matters. It matters a lot, and it matters a lot more than I'm willing to even want to admit now that I'm at a higher ranked law school. So it's something that really, really, really matters. I wish it didn't. I wish it was something that didn't matter as much, but it did definitely play a role in my decision to transfer. So definitely know the opportunities that the other schools are offering. And when I say opportunities, keep in mind that the current school you have still might be the best school for you. So take in mind any financial opportunities that you may gain by staying at your school. Generally, transfer students aren't getting scholarship money. There are some universities, some law schools that are doing that. Those are the exception and not the rule. So number 4, I would definitely say, where do you want to be? At the end of the day, going to law school at the highest ranked law school is probably the most important thing that you can do, as well as do well in law school, but being at the highest ranked law school is absolutely important for you. The next thing you really should consider is where do you want to be, where do you want to practice? If it is in fact that you want to practice law, some people go to law school for different reasons. But if you do want to practice law school, think about where you want to practice. One of the major factors that I decided to come down here to Miami was because I know I want to be in Florida. Long term, my wife and I know we want to be in Florida. It was not a difficult decision to come to Florida. Picking a school was a difficult decision. And being away from my family is a difficult decision and continues to be a difficult decision. So number 5, and this is important, I touched on it a little bit in number 3, is the money. So like I said, as transfer students, you generally don't get transfer or don't get scholarship money. You're going to take out a lot more loans, and you're going to have to pay back a lot more in loans. You have to weigh that. You have to decide if it's important, if it's not important. You have to decide that. That's not something anybody else can do. It's not something you can do with your family unless they're going to pay for it, which, hey mom, that didn't happen, but that's okay. I made the decision to transfer, and money was one of the last things on my list. Okay, so those 5 things, generally when you get to law school, you're either coming from undergrad or from a couple years out. So what are some sort of extras or other considerations that you definitely need to take into consideration? What is personal to you? What is your scenario? I have a wife and 2 kids. They are 650 miles away from me now. I hate that. With a passion, I hate that. I hate that so much. I can't even express to you how much I hate that. My daughter just got an offer to play on the volleyball team, the club volleyball team that she wanted to play on. Y'all, that means everything to me, and I wasn't there for it. That sucks. In 2 years, and a year and a half now, when I'm done with law school, I hope it will have been worth it. I'm banking that it is going to have been worth it. and my son is growing every day. And I mean, he's a goofball, but that's my son. That's my Joker. So being away from your family is going to be something that's terribly difficult. But if those 5 reasons that I started this out with, if they justify you being away from your family for a short period of time so that you can give your family the opportunity that maybe you didn't have growing up, or to just give them a better opportunity than what you want them to have currently, there might be some sacrifices that need to be made. I don't take that lightly. I don't say that lightly. I'm living it right now. It sucks. It's not fun. Don't get me wrong, I love my classmates down here. They're phenomenal. A bunch of my transfer students, we've gotten pretty close. We're good friends. But man, there's nothing like coming home and just getting a big old hug from your kids. And yeah, my daughter's 14. She still gives me a big hug. My son is 6. He still gives me a big hug. So those are things to consider. 5 things to consider when deciding whether to transfer or not. Obviously, you're going to weigh these, how they're important to you and how they stack up long term for what it is that you're trying to do with your life. That's one of the videos I got requested. So if you guys have more requests, please let me know. Thank you guys so much for taking the time. If you haven't already, like and subscribe below. Message me on Twitter or whatever, at Mr. Darling4, Instagram. You can search me on Facebook or whatever. Don't send me like a random friend request on Facebook though. Like, send me a message. I generally get the little other messages. I'll take a look at them. Don't just be a creeper and add me and then never say anything, because I don't generally just add folks. But either way, talk to you guys soon. Take care. See you in the next one. Keep it coming. Let me know what you want to see, what it is that's important to you. Talk to you soon. Take care.